swing. Throw it, I say! Throw it!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back here to the Superstation, the Nation Network, the NWA on tour, and we've got some big news for you. A brand new World Heavyweight Champion, and he's here tonight, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. All that and more. Stick around. It's going to be a hell of a show.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
Attention wrestling fans, if you're having a great time here on the Nation Network, then we encourage you to go visit Dre 41 right after this program. Dre 41 with some of the greatest hockey action you've ever seen, featuring games from Japan that you won't see in the United States. Whether it's professional wrestling, boxing, or just an overall good time, get spicy with Dre 41. All right, fans, get ready. What a night we've got coming your way, including the tag team. Oh, hold on just a moment, Larry Zbyszko making his entrance. Well, I'll tell you right now, Tony, it's going to be a very interesting night indeed here of NWA Professional Wrestling, some of the greatest of all time. But we do have a brand new World Heavyweight Champion, as you mentioned earlier tonight. I cannot believe it, but it's happened once again. Ric Flair dethroning the great Harley race recently in the great state of Texas to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And we understand that Ric Flair is going to be here in action tonight. We also understand he's got something he wants to say, so we're going to be hearing from the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. We bring you the action here from Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. He's in his backyard in this facility. And going up against Larry Zbyszko is the ravishing one, Ravishing Rick Rude. Well, Ravishing Rick Rude, but man who never met a mirror he didn't like. I suppose if I look like him, I might not mind one either, but the idea of him going up against Larry Zbyszko, a little intriguing to me because, generally speaking, I would see them being on the same page. Yeah, I am not fully aware of what went into making this matchup. I understand that Larry Zbyszko wanted this match, asked for this match, and now has been granted this match as we take a look at the ravishing one, Rick Rude. Now, this native of Princeton, Minnesota. A lot of great things coming from the Minnesota area when it comes to professional wrestling, especially. Bell sounds, action's underway as these two meet in the middle of the ring to kick us off. Ravishing Rick Rude, of course, has been joining forces with Mr. Paul Jones. Surprised he's not here ringside. That's one thing about Paul Jones. You know, when he looks for people to fill out a stable, he's always looking for the very best, the very biggest, and the toughest. And when you look at Ravishing Rick Rude, he checks all the boxes. I mean, he's a big, tough guy, really muscular, well put together, doesn't miss any days in the gym, clearly. But by the same token, I would almost think you'd see Larry Zbyszko joining up with a Paul Jones. Again, it's a little suspicious as to why this match is even taking place. But from the fan standpoint, they're going to see something they don't normally get to see. Over the top rope now, and he hangs on, and Zbyszko comes back with a forearm shot to the head. And now Larry Zbyszko going for the suplex. Oh, brainbuster! He just dropped him right on his head with that brainbuster, and Rick Rude, oh, he's got an answer. I was just going to say, look at how quick. Well, Rick Rude perhaps a little too quick, trying to go for that overhead press, and Larry Zbyszko reversing out of it, and now Rude paying the price. Yeah, I'll tell you, that was a pretty hard impact landing for Ravishing Rick Rude. For him to try and go from that right into an overhead press, probably not the smartest thing, but I'm not sure he's thinking clearly at the moment. Fans, we remind you, tonight, 10 o'clock p.m., join us right here for live Nation Network coverage of the XWF. Immediately followed by the launch of WWE 2K24. All that action coming live tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now Zbyszko going into the eyes of Ravishing Rick Rude. And Rude fights him off. Well, that's the thing about this match, Tony, that we don't normally see a whole lot of, and that is because you got two guys who are generally known as rule breakers. They'll do whatever it takes to get a win. No honor amongst thieves, as they say, and here you got guys that will rake the eyes and they'll use the tights and maybe even grab the ropes for added leverage, going head-to-head against one another. It's going to be a game of one-upsmanship, but in a whole different kind of way. Irish whip into the corner now, and Zbyszko caught him coming in. Nice fireman carry. Amateur move takes Ravishing Rick Rude down in the corner. And now going for a neck breaker. Well, that's adding a little bit of insult to injury, I'd say, right there, because Zbyszko knows that Ravishing Rick Rude has a finisher that is a neck breaker. It's called the Rude Awakening. It's a little bit different than the one that we just saw out of Larry Zbyszko, but not a big difference. And now Larry with Ravishing Rick Rude going to send him to Larry land with a pile driver. That might be enough for the win. Oh, look at Rude. He's been busted wide open and he still gets that shoulder up. Damn, the impact of that pile driver says it all right there. Look at the head of Ravishing Rick Rude. Didn't look like that a minute ago. And Rude now suddenly realizing the direness of the moment. And a DDT on Larry Zbyszko. Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. If it wasn't personal before, damn sure is now. Went for the boot to the midsection. Zbyszko caught him. Back heel trip nicely executed. And now rolls him over for the half crab. Referee is right there to ask him if he wants to give it up. And Rude trying to make it to the ropes. And that is way too far away. Zbyszko going again for a neck breaker. He is damn determined to beat Rick Rude at his own game, and that's an easier thing said than done. Big right hand block, and now Zbyszko with a left hook. And that blood is flowing down the face of Ravishing Rick Rude. The Crimson Mask has taken over. As the great Gordon Soley would say, and right now referees got to start thinking about this match and the well-being of Ravishing Rick Rude. Another trip to Larryland. Good Lord, did you see how he shot out of that thing? It's over. The amount of blood being lost by Ravishing Rick Rude right now says it all. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to need medical attention. Larry Zbyszko scores a very impressive victory here, no doubt about it. Not sure what this match was all about. Well, we take a look at not one, but two pile drivers here. And that's a move that in many places has been outlawed and probably should be. I got to give credit to Ravishing Rick Rude. He fought back despite the amount of pain and suffering that he was clearly going through. Your winner right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Larry Zbyszko. We'll be back with more NWA action coming to you from North Carolina. Stay with us.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts. You give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies. Wrestling fans, right after this program is done, enter the danger zone. Jump over and check out J-Rock 73. Tell him Vince sent you.
As we are back, and we are back with the brand new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Diamonds upriver, woo! And so is the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Once again, as promised, your World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. Once in a while, the folks around here decide to do the right thing, and they've done it once again. Because after regaining the World Heavyweight Champion a week ago in the state of Dallas, Texas, and by the way, ladies, thank you for a tremendous celebration afterwards, if you know what I mean. Woo! But tonight, I'm going to unveil a brand new championship title belt. One that is worthy of the nature boy, of the greatest wrestler ever to lace up the boots and step into this ring. We're talking about over 20 pounds of gold and diamonds and rubies. And at the end of the day, we're talking about over $45,000 wrapped around the waist of the only man in the world who can say he is truly the World Heavyweight Champion. Woo! Well, the Nature Boy Ric Flair with a new championship tonight.
Here we go. BK. Oh my God, and the match has begun. Oh God! Oh my God!
Looking for some
shit.
game
Cross
banging
the
action?
matchup. Holy hell! Wait, Sam is gone. I heard that you can catch chairs. We should try this. Got it. Whoa! That's fucking awesome! Wow. First one to drop and lose it. Oh shit. Wow, my ass. Fuck you.
Not just playing games, but breaking games.
Oh no! Oh! So James did a finisher on the top to me and threw me off to the left side of the screen and put me in the crowd. And everyone around me thought that was hilarious. And shouts out to the 2K team member that said, "Wow, I should have known that New Legacy was going to mess this up." Oh!
You know the old saying, and if it isn't broke, don't fix it? Yeah, neither do these guys.
Jesus is eliminated.
Jesus and Santa not having a good night.
No!
From the guys who never met a game they couldn't break, check out New Legacy. Wrestling fans, if you're enjoying the content here on the Nation Network, we encourage you to check out Blazed Radio. Join Blaze for his unique take on E-Fed Wrestling.
Walker. There's a shotgun stunner, but long through the table at the same time.
From 2K to AEW Fight Forever, as well as talk show podcasts and NFL Red Zone coverage.
I love that I can listen to football commentary where the important conversations happen, like the rack on the ref.
As soon as we're finished here, jump over to Blaze Radio and tell him Vince sent you.
All right, welcome back, wrestling fans. It is time for our next matchup. Here come the Renegade Warriors towards the ring. Jay Youngblood along with Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Recently had a big title match for the NWA World Tag Team titles against members of the Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. They came up on the short end of the stick tonight. It's going to be singles competition. Indeed, it is going to be singles competition here, Tony. But one thing we know about the Renegade Warriors, and that is that they are hell-bent on getting another opportunity at those tag team championships. There's an argument to be made by the Horsemen that you already had your title match and you didn't do so well. And counteraction right now is if somehow Jay Youngblood can find a way to get a victory here in a one-on-one match, that might change the landscape a little bit. And here come the tag team champions, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. Noticeable by his ringside absence tonight is James J. Dillon. I gotta admit, I'm a little surprised not to see JJ at ringside as well. I know he's in the building. I saw him earlier tonight. The enforcer, Arn Anderson, as well as, of course, Tully Blanchard. Tully Blanchard, a former United States heavyweight champion. He'll be going one-on-one against Youngblood here tonight. The bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. All right, to the eyes, look at this. And they wonder. I don't think they wonder at all. I mean, the fact of the matter is the Horsemen have never claimed to be Boy Scouts. They don't really care if you like them or not. There's definitely a selection of the fan base here that does like the Horsemen, and I guess there's always somebody who likes to look at a train wreck. Tully Blanchard right now in complete control from the opening bell because he raked the eyes of Jay Youngblood. Referee is, other than a little verbal admonishment, not much doing about it. And now Tully Blanchard on that middle rope. Not sure what he's trying to do here. Youngblood can't move. And now he finally gets up, and now Tully Blanchard tries to kick him off. This time he does. And Blanchard down with that axe handle right to the head. Jay Youngblood, fact of the matter is he's had absolutely no offense in this match thus far, and he's going to have to find some way of turning things around quickly. You cannot fall behind a match with a guy like Tully Blanchard, especially with Arn Anderson out ringside. Well, that'll turn things around. Inverted atomic knee drop, and you see Wahoo McDaniel there ringside cheering on his tag team partner. Inverted suplex, face first, Tully Blanchard to the canvas. Yeah, we talk about Tully Blanchard's past accomplishments. He's been a tremendous singles competition wrestler as well. Held that United States Championship for quite a little while. Had some big title defenses with that title. So you got to believe that a one-on-one match is not something out of the ordinary for him. Big right hand dropping Tully Blanchard, and now Youngblood is in control. And he's got him in a variation of the camel clutch. Look at him pulling way back on it. Oh, Tully Blanchard in a whole lot of trouble right there, and he finally managed to come out the back door on it. Gonna try and sneak one, but that's never gonna work. I don't think Tully even thought that was gonna happen, but doesn't hurt to try, I suppose. Belly to belly suplex, nicely done right there by Tully Blanchard. Blanchard once again back in control. He has led, I would dare say, the majority of this match. If we were scoring based on a point system, I would say it would be a 10-8 round for Tully Blanchard. Yeah, I might agree with that as well. Now here's the Irish whip reversal. Oh, and look at this. Arn Anderson grabbing the ankle. And Tully Blanchard taking advantage from behind with a clothesline. This is exactly what I'm talking about right there. There's no need for that. That never should have happened. Arn Anderson should have stayed on his own side. He should not be interjecting himself in this match, but that's just the way of the Horsemen. They'll do anything they got to do to get a victory. And now Tully has got Youngblood up on the top rope. Belly to back suplex. Oh, my goodness. Tully Blanchard has got him in the Boston Crab. Oh, he's sitting way back on that one, and Youngblood was able to power out just barely. If this were a little bit later on in the match, that may have been enough to put him away. I thought he was going to go for a slingshot suplex. That's Tully Blanchard's money hold right there. That was very similar. And again to the eyes. Well, Tully Blanchard, he'll do that 100 times if you let him. They say that Ric Flair is known as the dirtiest player in the game, but you also judge a person by the company that they keep, and Tully Blanchard's been in the company of Ric Flair for quite some time. Northern Light suplex enough for a 2 count. Youngblood barely got the shoulder up. And now Tully has him against the ropes. What's he going to do with him here? Oh, this could be it. There it is, a slingshot suplex. Tully Blanchard going to put him away. Wahoo McDaniel trying to get this crowd behind him. And Tully normally would have gone for the pinfall right there. I'm not sure why he didn't at least attempt it. Another suplex by Tully Blanchard. You see the pain registered on the face. of Jay Youngblood on impact. That one took a lot out of him. And there's a cover right in front of Wahoo McDaniel. Tully Blanchard was staring right into the eyes of Wahoo McDaniel as he pinned his tag team partner. Well, I'll tell you right now, that was a heck of a match and a great outing for Tully Blanchard. Jay Youngblood not going to make any excuses. He is known as a tag team wrestler. He's not so much known as a singles competitor. But here we see Tully Blanchard getting the best of him. I do believe Tully Blanchard could have had the win after that slingshot suplex. Oh, he definitely could have had it, but then he decided he wanted to inflict a little bit more punishment. Fans, we'll be back in just a moment with more.
How does it make you feel sitting here knowing that you're a what if? I feel like I know Brian Pillman Jr. pretty well. Like, we go way back, right?
Yeah, he was a good kid.
I don't feel like I know Lexus King at all. Macy, this is the most unique path I think that someone's taken after leaving WWE, because for most people, it's like immediately onto the indies.
Like I say, the difference between wrestling and pro sports is it doesn't matter about how talented you are.
What was that final episode of ECW like?
I didn't think it was going to be over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
If you don't wrestle again, you're going to go down as one of the biggest what ifs in wrestling history. Because you've got people like John Cena and Triple H and Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels saying you're the next great thing.
You know, I did WWE for 7 years, and it was never my passion. I never, that was never a secret.
It matters about whoever's writing the script, how they perceive you.
But I wouldn't sound a what if. I'm a what can and what will be. My story's not over.
Also, and I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid going. I believed in the product, and I believed in Paul, and I believed in everybody in the locker room.
Yeah.
So if that's drinking the Kool-Aid, then I was.
All right, fans, we are back with more NWA wrestling action coming to you from North Carolina. Tag team action coming your way now, fans, and this is a hot rivalry matchup. Very much indeed looking forward to this one as we'll start things out by bringing out the Midnight Express. They are the reigning NWA United States Tag Team Champions. Those titles are not on the line here tonight, but they won a tournament recently to be crowned the NWA United States Tag Team Champions, and it was one hell of a night of wrestling, culminating between the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. Also, no doubt about that, Ricky and Robert also looking to get their hands on those tag team titles if they get another opportunity. Tonight, there is a match that will take place, however, between the reigning tag team champions here and one of the top contenders, and a win here tonight will guarantee them the #1 contender spot, and that's what they're looking for here tonight. It's not going to be easy. Anytime you're going up against somebody wearing the gold, you know it's not going to be an easy night at the office, because you don't get to that level here in the NWA unless you really know what you're doing. And here come the Fantastics. Bobby Fulton, Tommy Rogers heading down the ring. Well, the only reason they didn't make it to the finals is they ended up getting counted out. They were never actually beaten in the tournament, and that's the thing that's bothering them the most right now. And they said, put us in there with the tag team champions, and we'll prove to you that we would have won it. Referee calls for the bell. Action's underway, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody wearing gold here tonight. It's going to be very interesting trying to separate these individuals, but Sweet Stan Lane starting things off against Bobby Fulton. Going to work on the head and neck area. Well, we talk about it all the time when it comes to Sweet Stan Lane in particular, that he is a multifaceted adversary when you're in the ring with him, because he's well trained in martial arts and he can use his feet just as well as his hands. As Bobby Fulton now, after a suplex, going all the way to the top rope. Fulton is up there. What's he got in mind? Where he is waiting on Stan Lane, who gets back to his feet. Off the top he comes. Big right hand to the jaw. Down goes Stan Lane. He really connected with that one, Tony. I'll tell you, you saw the head snap back on the shoulders, and now Stan Lane is in desperate situation. Fulton with a big fist drop to the forehead again, and Stan Lane starting to feel it. Elbow right to the head. Bobby Eaton ringside trying to get his partner to come over to make the tag. Fulton brought Stan Lane over to the corner, but couldn't do it. Oh, look at this. Nice reversal. And Fulton dropping Stan Lane on the back of his head. Down across the back. Well, early on in this match, I got to tell you right now, Fantastics are living up to their name. They are absolutely the dominant team. There's a clothesline, sends him crashing to the floor. Stan Lane went over that top rope and he landed hard right here on the concrete floor. There's no mats out here ringside. I'll tell you right now, the Fantastics look like they are trying to send a message. Not happy about not advancing in the tournament. And a nice slip through. Well done right there. Use the momentum. And Stan Lane has had no answer for Bobby Fulton here. Referee's count reaches 7. Both men will beat it back into the ring. Stan Lane desperately needs to make the tag, and he can't do that as long as he's in the corner of the Fantastics. There's a tag made. Here comes a double team. Let's see what they got in mind. It could be rocket launcher time, and if it is, it might be the match over. Tommy Rogers goes for the leg, and barely making a save was beautiful Bobby Eaton. This match would have been over, and I'll tell you right now, the Fantastics were that close to shocking the world. Not just by getting a victory, but how quickly it would have been. Tommy Rogers has him up in the air now. What's he going to do with them? In position and drops him head first into the turnbuckle. There's a lot of torque on that one right there. And Stan Lane absolutely must make a tag out. He's been in the entire match. Bobby Eaton hasn't legally made it in there yet. Stan Lane with a DDT, and now finally he's going to be able to get himself a tag, and there it is. Well, that absolutely had to happen. Stan Lane has absorbed so much punishment at the hands of the Fantastics, and now it is really going to be up to Bobby Eaton to turn it around somehow. There's a belly-to-back suplex by Eaton as Tommy Rogers now wanted to make that tag out, but couldn't reach. Eaton cutting him off, and again, that's Tag Team 101. Cut the ring in half. Control your opposition. And now Bobby Eaton, what's he going to do here? Deadlifting him off the ground with a gut-wrench suplex, perhaps? Yes, and he does. That is a very impressive display of strength right there and coordination on the part of Bobby Eaton. As Eaton applies the claw and starts working on the shoulder area. That nerve pinch. Rogers firing out with a couple of right hands, gets himself out of trouble, and there's Bobby Eaton. Goes into the corner of the Fantastics. Double team coming up one more time. Drop toe hold, and there's the elbow drop to the back, taking a page out of the book of the Midnight Express. Follows it up with another one. I got to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one heck of a match, but the champion's not looking particularly good in this one. For them to pull out a victory here tonight would be a minor miracle if the rate this is going. Bobby Fulton in complete control right now. Had Eaton up, couldn't hold him, and now Eaton out the back with a nice neck breaker. And hangman neck breaker by Bobby Eaton. Goes for the big splash, only nobody home. Fulton and Rogers have had answers for all the questions. Here's a desperation tag made, and now Stan Lane back in. Let's see if he can do a little better than the first time. He is on fire right now with a series of big forearms, and Fulton collapsing in the corner. Yeah, those were very slicing forearms across the head. You saw Bobby Fulton stagger after the last one. Off the top with an elbow drop, and that might be enough right there. Stan Lane has got Fulton in trouble as he drives the knee to the small of the back. How much do you think it really matters that Jim Cornette's not here at ringside right now? Well, I think it definitely helps to have them stay in line with the game plan when he's there, and there's a big super kick. That could be it. Well, we mentioned early on about the fact that Stan Lane was lethal with his feet, and he shows you right there why. And if not for Tommy Rogers, this match would have been over. Well, that's very possible, but let's also keep in mind that the Fantastics had this match won in the first 5 minutes, if not for beautiful Bobby Eaton making the save. The Alabama jab, and he just drove his head into the canvas. Beautiful Bobby Eaton has just taken the match into his own hands as he goes for the cover here. And the Midnight Express get the victory. Oh, wow, look at this. Bobby Fulton is a bloody mess. Well, it was a back-and-forth battle, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams had their moments, but at the end of the day, only one gets to move on as a victor, and that is the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. Oh, wow, he is busted wide open, and Bobby Fulton is in a lot of trouble. Might need some medical attention from the back. There are your winners, ladies and gentlemen. They are the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. When we come back, more action still to come, including the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair in action.
It's not WrestleFest on the arcade. It's not WrestleMania on the NES. It's not No Mercy on the N64. It's just a gunshot away from those fine retro games on Project 64. Retextured, remodeled, right on your home PC. I'm aboard, but watch your step. It's the all-new WWF Legends Challenge 64.
All right, fans, we are back. What a match this is going to be. From Betty. Oh, hold on just a moment. Sting does not realize what's coming up behind him. Harley Race not going to... Oh, Sting! Caught Harley Race with that DDT here on the floor. Well, these two gentlemen, and I'm going to use the term loosely because one of them I'm not sure necessarily qualifies, have had a series of battles in recent weeks. The bad blood between the two men has come to the top, and Sting right now not happy about the fact that Harley Race dropped the world title because he was in line for a championship match. They are brawling here in the aisle. They haven't even made it into the ring yet. Well, we're presuming they're even going to make it into the ring because right now Sting just continues to hand out the beating to Harley Race. Harley trying to get back up to his feet. He can't do it. Sting in complete control right now. And Harley Race with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex on the concrete floor. Russian leg sweep. Dadgum, did you see the back of Sting's head as it just bounced off the concrete floor? This match continuing. We haven't even officially started the bout. Over the pile driver. Sting says no. Oh, big back body drop by the Stinger, turning things around here for him. The animosity between these two men, if it wasn't personal, it sure as hell is now. I'm not sure it gets any more personal than this. And now finally the match is started and the referee calls for the bell. This might be a very quick match because all the damage seems to have already been done here ringside before the bell ever sounded. Big right hand by Harley Race. Let's take a look at this from the point of view of Harley Race. Just lost the NWA World Championship to Ric Flair last week. That's got a sting, and right now, no pun intended, by the way, right now he is looking to send a loud message, not just to Ric Flair, but to the championship committee. Oh, this crowd solidly behind the Stinger. Comes off the bottom rope. Harley Race, whoa, double sledgehammer. Snapmare takes him over. Look at the back elbow right to the midsection. Pile driver. Goes for the cover, got one. Well, handsome Harley Race and that pile driver, notorious not for only just ending matches, but in many occasions he can end a career as well. There are a lot of men who stepped in the ring with Harley Race that have never stepped in the ring again. He's heading up Sting and now going to the top rope, and I think it might be the attempt of the headbutt. He connects with it. This would be a massive victory right here for Harley Race if he can get it. There's one, there's two, and Sting kicks out. How in the hell did he do that? Sting kicks out. I have no idea where that comes from. Fireman Carey now taking Harley Race over, and the Stinger not done yet. What's he got in mind? Steps through, here it goes. Scorpion, Deathlock is on, and Harley Race into trouble. Referee is right there to ask Harley Race, you want to give it up? And he's saying no, but you got to wonder when the body's going to override the mind. Harley managed to escape. Sting comes right back now. Atomic knee drop. Shoulder block now by the former NWA World Champion. Harley Race, right hand is blocked. Sting returns one of his own. That connects. There's a clothesline. And another one. And that makes three. Sting is in charge right now, and he knows it. He's looking at Harley Race, and there's the big Stinger splash. If I was Sting, I'd be going for the cover right about now. He's got Harley in a lot of trouble. Belly to back suplex, dropped him on his head. Sting waiting on Harley Race. Steps up through, will he get him? Scorpion Deathlock is on, but in the ropes. Well, there's a thing called ring awareness right there, and Sting did not use very good ring awareness. Harley Race down for the cover, got two. He could have had that Scorpion in the middle of the ring, and this match would have been over. Perhaps just rushing things a little bit too much. Harley Race stepped out for a moment, clear his mind, and now he's got Sting up, and Sting fighting out. Sting has Harley Race up in the air, suplex, down he goes, floats over for a cover. Referee's in position for two, and Harley Race kicks out. Well, we knew this was going to be one of the feature matches of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about that. This crowd on its feet here in North Carolina. This is the heart of NWA territory. Sting has him up. Oh, what's he got to do here? Tombstone pile driver. Dadgummit, you talking about the stake in the coffin. That's it right there. Sting once again has Harley Race up. Going for the belly to belly. Harley Race breaks it up with an elbow. Sting sends him into the turnbuckle one more time. And now Harley Race getting out of trouble momentarily. Well, these two men now showing that they can match hold for hold. Harley Race returning with a tremendous arm drag. And now look at this. He's got Sting down. Hooks the leg. And Sting just barely kicking out. Tremendous suplex by Harley Race, and it looked like it was all over. Sting slowly getting up. And Harley Race has got the step over toe hold. Shades of Terry Funk. Well, he is wearing that thing out, and I'll tell you right now, that has made many a person tap out. Sting right now may have passed out from the pain. Harley Race hooking the leg, thinks he's got Sting. Oh my goodness! Harley Race victorious here tonight. We take a look back. Sting was able to withstand so much in this match, the headbutt, the pile drivers. Well, not only withstand, but he came back with so much of his own. And in all honesty, if Sting wouldn't have rushed the offense, I think he'd have had the win tonight when he put that Scorpion Deathlock on Harley Race. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, like it or not. Handsome Harley Race making his argument. When we come back, we're going to see the brand new NWA World Heavyweight Champion in action. Stay with us.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
wrestling fans, here he is. Oh, take a look at this. Well, I'll tell you right now, he said it was championship worthy of being the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and I got to admit, that is a very impressive piece of jewelry around the waist of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. That is a championship belt for all times. The Nature Boy Ric Flair heading down to the ring tonight. It's a non-title match. This match was signed prior to him winning the world title back from Harley Race. To that point that we had earlier on tonight, Harley Race and Sting was supposed to be the main event. It was supposed to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, if anything's going to stick in the craw of Harley Race now, it's the fact that he got a win over Sting. Would have retained the title, except for the fact he couldn't do it in Texas when it counted. Ric Flair has proven to be the thorn in the side of Harley Race. No argument there, and Ric Flair, I have a funny feeling, is going to be the thorn in the side of a lot of people in the future. The leader of the Four Horsemen. Referee calls for the bell, ready to start this one off is Ronnie Garvin. And oh, hold on just a moment. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, coming down to ringside to get a closer look, and he's in the corner, Ronnie Garvin. Well, Ric Flair doesn't seem to like that too much, and you don't see James J. Dillon or Arn Anderson, Tully, Blanchard, Luger, or any of them out here ringside, which is unusual. A bit of a homecoming for the Nature Boy Ric Flair here tonight in North Carolina, and I don't think he was expecting this, and he's definitely not happy to see Dusty Rhodes at ringside. I can promise you that. The American Dream now cheering on Ronnie Garvin. Rugged Ronnie. The man with the hands of stone. Oh, and he just connects. There's a knockout punch right there, Tony. This is going to be a massive victory. Flair able to get out of it. Holy cow, it almost ended that quick, and Ric Flair's in a lot of trouble. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. He might be out. Ronnie Garvin connecting with that right hand, and Ric Flair is in desperate times. And now Flair with a back elbow to the face. Well, I got a funny feeling it's going to take a little longer for Ric Flair to shake off the cobwebs and the effects of that big right hand, but we'll see if he's able to do it. Ronnie Garvin proving that he is not the biggest man in the battle all the time, but that right hand is absolutely lethal, and when he gets behind it, he can pack one hell of a punch. And now Ric Flair taking advantage of Garvin while he's cheering with the fans here. That's a mistake. You can't be taking your eyes off of the champion. Flair is here to have a bit of a celebration tonight, and Ronnie Garvin almost spoiled that very quickly. Now Flair attacking the leg, and that we all know what the reasoning is behind that. Obviously, Ric Flair, of course, the master of the figure four leg lock. We've seen a lot of people do it, but nobody does it quite the same as the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Goes for a cover, got a 1 count. Ronnie Garvin easily able to escape that one. I'll tell you what, man, this crowd, I think, still in a bit of shock at how close Ronnie Garvin came to a very quick victory here. Here's a right hand to the midsection. Well, you know, we talk about the fact that Sting was a little upset, Harley Race a little bit upset that they were supposed to have a title match earlier on tonight, and what if and what could have been. Same point in time, imagine Ronnie Garvin would have scored the win right there. And this title not on the line tonight, you don't get to become the world champion, you just get to say you beat the world champion, and that's not quite the same. No, definitely not the same, and now Ric Flair from the middle rope, driving that knee into the head of Ronnie Garvin. Oh, and you see Ric Flair collapsing at the same time because both men are spent. They have both put a lot into this thing, Tony, right now, and I can tell you, I can't imagine it going long. You know, Ric Flair is very proud of the fact that he's had so many 60-minute matches under his belt, but nice arm drag right there by Ronnie Garvin, and to your point, I don't see this one going 30 minutes, much less 60 minutes. Not at the pace these guys are keeping. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, likes what he sees at ringside as he continues to cheer on Ronnie Garvin. Garvin with a right hand again, and Flair down to the floor. Well, he goes by the nickname of the Hands of Stone, and right now he is showing everybody exactly why. Every one of those right hands, and there's another one, this time he missed. Flair was able to duck that out just enough, and Garvin drives Ric Flair onto the steel guardrail. Well, Garvin is just as happy outside the ring as he is inside the ring, and this is a lot of payback for Ric Flair for all the things he and the Horsemen have been doing to guys like the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, over the past several months. And Flair with a neck breaker. Need to keep an eye on the official now. That count has reached 7, and they will break the count by getting back in the ring. And now Ric Flair sizing up Ronnie Garvin for the moment, goes for the leg. Could be time. He's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock, and it's on. Oh, he's got him on it right there now. Will Ronnie Garvin be able to survive this one? I don't know. He's going to have to turn it over. Dusty Rhodes showing this turn. That's it. It's over. The Nature Boy Ric Flair victorious with a figure 4 leg lock. You see the look on the face of Dusty Rhodes. Fans, tonight, 10 p.m., make sure you're here live on the Nation Network. It'll be XPW action, and we will be going live into 2K24 right here on the Nation Network starting at 10 p.m. as the Nature Boy Ric Flair victorious over Ronnie Garvin in the main event. Well, Nature Boy Ric Flair did everything he wanted to do in this match. He survived that big right hand early on when it looked like it was going to be a shocking defeat for Ric Flair. And he managed to turn that thing all the way around and get a submission victory on Ronnie Garvin. You see the amount of pain Ronnie Garvin is on before he finally has no choice but to tap out. Well, congratulations to the World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Fans, we'll see you back here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2K24 around the corner. We'll see you soon. So long, everyone.